Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Great Friday morning. It's the 15 Minutes to Mastery, live from Monroe, North Carolina. A1 Housing is where I'm at right now, 3509 West Highway 74. Man, it's amazing how quickly I just learned those addresses, right? 3509 West Highway 74 here in Monroe, North Carolina. Hanging out, not just hanging out, actually working quite a bit with Derek Sousley out here, who just took over this location. So we're getting him all set up. But we're doing our 15 minutes to master each and every day because we want to make sure that we start off the day on the right foot, that you are being poured into, even if it's just little old me, right? It's helping you get your day off on the right foot by sharing some words that will help you stay on track, put a little of thought into that brain of yours, and hopefully we can apply it to life, we can apply it to business, and then go about and attacking our day. So today's quote says, clarity of mind means clarity of passion too. Clarity of mind means clarity of passion. So last night is pretty interesting. Last night was on Bible study with my church back home in San Antonio, and we were talking about just what faith is, right? And what is faith, and where does faith come from, and in our faith in whatever it is, whether it's in a spiritual faith or your faith in your business, the faith in what you do in life, faith in your family, it all comes from having one purpose, okay, but mainly the clarity. That clarity. If you're clear, let's say we're talking about relationships, we're talking about our spouse, right? If you're clear on who this person is and that you're both on the same page and that everything's going to move forward, you may run into obstacles, but you know what track you're on. Well, that clarity will lead to having passion, fulfillment, pleasure, enjoyment, and enjoying that relationship, right? And that will lead to having faith in that other person. Well, the same thing goes. Let's talk about fitness, right? And trying to whether it's that you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to eat better, whatever it is, you first must be clear on what you're after. We talked about it, I believe, yesterday, which was having a vision, right? You have to have the vision. You have to know what you're after. Well, having that clarity. Okay, like in my case, I shared with you guys that over the last 3 months, I put 12 pounds back on, right? And I decided, that's it, man, I got to get back to it. So I was clear on my vision, clear on my goal. And just in the last few days, I've already dropped down, I believe it's 4 pounds. But, I know what it takes to get there. So I'm clear on it, which that clarity then gives me purpose, gives me passion. It lights my fire to be able to go after it. And I have faith that as long as I do these things, then it's going to happen. I'm going to reach my goal, right? Now let's talk about business. Those of you in manufactured home sales or whatever it is that you do, you must be clear on what you're after. All right. We here in Monroe, dealing with Derek, we've been discussing what is it that we're trying to accomplish here? What is our timetable? What is our vision as far as the amount of houses that he's going to be selling per month? And then from those, how many are we going to start to deliver? And by when will we start delivering those? We want to be clear on what the mission is. We want to be clear on what our expectations are for marketing, advertising, how we respond to folks, how we deal with the customer when they come in, how the houses are going to be staged, what houses do we need to have? We are getting very clear on everything that needs to happen. Because having that clarity, now you see it, you see what you're after, you see what you're trying to accomplish. Now you get jazzed about that, you get excited about it, right? Because if you're not clear, think about it. If we came and started a business, but I'm not sure truly what I'm after, I'm not sure really about what I'm trying to sell or how I'm going to sell them. I'm not sure about what homes I even need to have here in stock. Well, all of that fog, right? That indecision, that uncertainty. Well, of course, then who's going to be excited about coming to the office and working and putting in the work, especially when you're just starting out? And so then not having that clarity, you don't get excited about it. You don't put in the work. So how are you going to believe that it's actually going to turn into something? You start having those doubts. You start doubting yourself. You start doubting the business. And next thing you know, you quit and you're back in the same place that you were at before. And that's how most people go through life, because we don't get clear on our goals. Because having the clarity of, okay, in sitting with Derek here and saying, okay, this is what we're after. These are the homes we need to have. This is how we're going to advertise. This is our expectation of hours. This is our expectation of homes sold per month, per week. And from those, these are what we're going to deliver. And this is what we're anticipating having in profits. And now we're clear. So now we can put the energy behind it, and then putting in the work behind it, we have the faith and the belief that it's going to come true. And it's going to happen. So you keep attacking day after day after day, even when there's roadblocks, even when there's setbacks. And we've run into some even here, right? As we're moving along, nothing major yet, but they'll come, I'm sure. So think about it for yourself out there, folks. Those of you who manufacture home sales or anything else, like I said, what is it that you're after in 2024? You must get clear on that, because if you are clear on that and you can define that vision and that goal, now you can put in the mission plan, the plan behind it. This is what I got to do to accomplish that. And guess what? You'll be more excited to actually put in the work and actually get after it and make it happen. And as you're doing that and you start chipping away bit by bit, step by step, day by day, well, now you start developing that faith, that belief, right? And so you can get these things done. That is how important having that clarity of mind is to being able to have the right passion behind your work, behind the action steps that you must take. But it all starts with clarity. No matter where you read, look, watch, whatever it is, it's all the same thing. You must be clear on your goals. How can you hit a target that you do not know exists? How can you hit a target you can't see, that you haven't even envisioned yet? You can't. It's completely impossible, folks. So as we end or get close to ending 2023, there's only 2.5 days left in it, man, at this point in time. If you haven't already, get clear on your goals. If you're in manufactured home sales, first of all, what is the target? What are you after? Is it a certain amount of homes, or is it a certain dollar amount that you're trying to make? Be clear on that. And then once you know whether it's a certain amount of homes or a certain dollar amount, then what is it going to take to hit that dollar amount? What are all the steps that it's going to take to hit that? What's the amount of time you got to put in? How many customers do you have to see? How many ads do you have to place? How many leads do you have to be getting on a daily basis or weekly basis? How many people have to sit in front of you on a weekly or daily basis? How many deals do you have to be taking on a weekly, monthly basis? And out of those, how many do you have to deliver? And what's the amount of gross profit that you need to be averaging? All of those things you need to take into consideration. Oh, and by the way, yes, you also have a life outside of here. So how is that going to fit in? Remember, you're nothing outside of the office works if the office is not working right. I'm telling you that right now, folks. If you're one of those people that believes that, oh, well, you know, the money is not important and my job is secondary, it's just a job. No, it's a career. First of all, it's not a job. If you're a manufacturer home sales, this is a career. It's not a job. All right. It's life-changing career if you do it the right way. But I'm here to tell you that money does matter. Is it everything? Okay. No. To some people it may be, right? But I don't believe it is. But try doing anything or living life without it. You can't. So money is important. So you need to make sure that this is right. Your office, your work has to be right. Your life at work has to be right for everything else to be right in your life. Okay. Because I promise you, you could have the best loving relationship and you and your spouse may have each other's back to no end and you're great. And that's beautiful. But the moment you run out of money, it puts so much stress on everyone involved and on the relationship, and bad things can come from that. So take care of this. Make sure that you have this lined up and be very clear on it. And then everything else has to fit in around it. All right. The main thing, okay, if you're a spiritual person and you're a religious person, God, right? So God is first, and then it's your career, how you sustain yourself, how you provide for yourself and your family, and then it's everything else, folks. That you may listen to this and be saying, "Man, Caesar, you're crazy," and that's I'm telling you, whether you like it or not, that is the truth, folks. That is the truth. Especially if you're the provider, you work to provide and to lead. So take the time to get clear on what you're after. Set the vision, put the mission together, and put in the work. And if you have any questions on how to make it happen, reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to just spend a few minutes on a call with you so we can get this thing figured out for you. You guys attack the rest of this weekend. Tomorrow's Selling Saturday, man. We got some appointments lined up here, don't we, Derek?
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you guys get your appointments lined up as well. Get jazzed about what's about to happen this weekend, and let's go out and kick some butt. Don't forget, get online. You got 2 days left on the $69.99 bundle for the Full House Training Course. So go on manufacturerhomesalesmastery.com/Full House Combo 23. Get those ordered. 2023, get those ordered so that you can take advantage, take your career to the next level. You guys have a great Friday. And as always, I can't wait to meet you. All right.